Sports. And we've got C.D. Lamb. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. We're just moments away from the action under the lights on Sunday night.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain up into the night. This one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
And even as you said it, you're just right down in the field before the game. The field looked in really good condition, but the number one decision, you got to be in there as a player, talking to your equipment staff, get the right cleats, the length. Are they molded? Are they screwing? How deep are they screwing? Make sure when you come out and that game kicks off, you are confident in.
Matt Brady been around a long time to get us started here. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback, first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off them? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
The throw on second. Nowhere to get away. He's going to go down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Third and long for Watson. Now a screen set up for ETN. And we stop short of a first down. That will necessitate a call to the punt team. Fourth down. They're all set to punt this one away. That return not going to work out at all. He backs up trying to make something happen, and his belt is down for a loss on the return. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And they're led by the number one overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a honest game and a win as opposed to going for a bunch of touchdowns and a loss. The biggest thing that he did, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, we're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He finds the hands of Marquise Brown. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On first and 10, here's Baker. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off play action, here's Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Visitors 7. Our home team, nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. CeeDee Lamb there to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Mims sent in motion here. And a nice defensive play there. Good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yards. 3rd down, 3 to go. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On play action, Mayfield. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
We're about ready now for the punt. This return didn't even get started. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with their 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Tough to bring it down. Somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of it. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is a guy that you do not want to have to tackle in space. I mean, the footwork, the agility, the ability to go side to side and then still have the burst and explosiveness to pick up big yards. I mean, this guy's a handful.
Look at him move away from the tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's a 2nd and 3 for them. Out of the gun, Watson. That's complete to all the tight ends.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he will take it in himself. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Point after, coming up here. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the visitors will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. CD on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of around 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot. It's going to be enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They will work the middle with Mixon. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. He'll take a shot with Mims.
I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, the ball has to be complete.
A gain there of 16 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. It is put in the end zone. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Now return, coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Higgins sent in motion. He's across midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get 22 yards there. And that will be a 1st down. On the give, it's ETN. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5.
Holding. Offense.
But let's check the call. Higgins sent in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Watson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and had his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and lift the play another step.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? His kick is good. And the visitors build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And that'll be good for the dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go right back to Mixon. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. It was Kayvon Wallace there to make the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This is taken at the 25. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Fake the handoff. Now Watson. This one complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
8-yard pickup. Result is a first down.
Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down at 45. Darius Robinson in on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Watson will make the read and holds on. Warren, first down and more. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That's over the middle and intercepted. He gets 3 inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one the distance. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker. He takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
So now, Reader, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Hopkins sent in motion. They'll run it once more with Etienne. A hit, and he has lost the football. The defense has got it.
You have to appreciate the effort of the ball carrier. I mean, how many tackles did it seem like he broke on that run? But so often we see it time and time again. The more these guys fight for extra yards, they're fighting and clawing for every inch. That ball just gets a little lower and a little looser. And the way these guys are taught now on defense, if you don't have great ball security, they are going to attack it. And in this case, they're able to pop it loose and come up with a big takeaway.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by
Previous
replay.
play is under review.
So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 1st down, Watson.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now, first down throw for Watson. That's complete to ETN. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 40-yard line.
To the air again. Watson. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
22 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Play action. Watson. Open man is Hopkins. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And he'll take it on in.
Touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the visitors go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This pass right side, caught by Ray. They'll go up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll run with Mixon. Yeah. And he's going to be close to a first down, up to the 34.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
26 yards.
Every Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Good defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
This one taken in by Renfro. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end that one.
3rd and 1.
Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Mayfield's pass complete to Mark Andrews.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Baker to throw. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on 4th down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Mixon. Oh!
The handoff to Joe Mixon.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, Mayfield. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
What's up?
Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. It's Watson out of the pistol. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
That is hot. What a throw. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. CD on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. In motion comes Andrews. On second down, Baker. Whoa. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. As the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
What's up?
In motion comes Andrews. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. In motion comes Andrews.
What's up?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield.
Quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Josh Allen sharp in the victory as his guys find the win column for just the second time all year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Chris Godwin, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. This team's offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Mayfield. That one underneath here to Mixon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. Now he'll run it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. 12 yards on the pickup. And that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end that one.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
In motion comes Andrews. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's in.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's ETN. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Darius Robinson in on the tackle. On the ground, here's ETN. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Watson's going to throw here on 3rd and 1. That's completed to ETN. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Results in a 1st down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down to just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
Watson's pass complete to Aaron Hall. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's you set down. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And a 1st down.
Now Watson keeping this on the zone read. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5.
29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Watson now on 2nd. No chance at all. He'll go down.
He's certainly making a strong case to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, a touchdown earlier, now a sack. When you talk about impacting the game in all areas, this guy's having himself a ball game.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Complete to Travis.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From the gun, a give to ETN. Look at him move away from the tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's ETN.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it here with ETN. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. He'll try and run with ETN. He slams it in there, and he is in. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it. That short play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Like, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide. Of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and
in trouble. Down he goes.
we're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's into the end zone. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
He is good. Makes the score. Visitors 47. Our home team 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. CD on the return. And solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down throw from Mayfield. He'll get this out to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now the punting unit will come on, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. On the give, it's ETN. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side
Ball
of the
start.
line.
Offense.